Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to visit my channel, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I wanted to stop in today to share with you guys a bunch of color combos that I've used this holiday season. I've had so much fun coloring different Christmas pages or taking normal pages and coloring them with Christmas colors. So I wanted to come by here and share some of these combinations with you guys. I've got 3 sets. I've got a traditional set of holiday colors, which you can see here. And then I'm going to also share with you some bright and cheery color combos, as well as a muted color combo set. And don't worry about like hitting, well, you could hit pause if you wanted to and write these down, but I'm going to put all 36 combos in the description for this video. So you don't worry about, stopping and starting if you don't want to. That's totally fine. I've got you. So let's get started with the traditional holiday colors. So I don't know if you did or didn't watch my video last week on how to color any coloring page and make it a Christmas coloring page. And what I had said in that video, and I'll reiterate here, is that you can make any coloring page a Christmas page. So if you have a Christmas page, a Christmas specific page, you can color it with any color and it won't matter. It will look Christmassy because of the content of the page and the design. It's intended, the whole topic of the page is Christmas, so it doesn't matter what colors you use. But if you wanted to take a non-Christmas page and make it Christmassy, the best way to do that is usually with a traditional color palette using reds and greens. They don't have to be this bright. They could be muted, whatever, but you'd want to stick to more of your red, green, and gold combinations. So I wanted to share these here. Most of these are 4 color combos. And you can see I took my Prismacolor combos and then tried to convert them as best I could to Polychromos and Black Widows. I'm so sorry I didn't do Crayolas, which is the other set that I own. I've been working on this probably since about 4 o'clock this morning. So this is a good, I don't know how many hours of work into this. So it was an endeavor, but I'm glad I did it, and it's fun to have now. So my apologies if you're a Crayola user, Castle Arts, Color, any of these other pencils that I don't own. But if you just kind of follow along, you can kind of look at the colors and see, like here, this is sort of a lime green, and then you go into sort of a light, this true green is more like a light aqua green. Parrot green is more of a turquoisey green, and Peacock green is a dark turquoise. So you could always take my video and try to match it. There, I will put a link to, I think it was, oh gosh, I have a link to a color conversion chart that I used. I think it's Coloring with Claire. I can't remember, but I will leave a link to that chart, and that's what I used. There are some combos where the colors, Prismacolors is a set of 150, Polychromos has 100, so sometimes the colors didn't convert, so I just, made my best guess and did sort of a judgment call or made up a brand new combo for you. Black Widows, I think there's almost 200 across all of the sets that they have, but again, not everything's going to be a 1-for-1. So that's what I did here. So I wanted to show you some examples. So I know not all of you like mandalas, so I apologize for showing you some. Just indulge me. Don't worry about the design. Just look at the color combo. So this color combo employs this traditional set here where I've got the bright red, bright green, and this isn't the exact same gold. And I don't have any brown on this page, but you can see here the bright reds and greens and how festive that makes that page look. Another page that I have to show you is the page we did last week. So again, this is a non-Christmas page, and we just colored it Christmassy together. And again, it's the same red and green combos, and these exact combos are actually in the video description. So even if you don't want to watch the video, but you want to get the colors, you can grab it from there. And then lastly, I wanted to show you, I just finished this page this week on my personal page. This is from Christine Caron's, oops, let me back my light up a little bit. Her wildflower folk book. And this is an old wise fairy, and I colored her to make her like she's carrying the Santa's Secrets of Santa, his book, and made her like a North Pole kind of old wise fairy. But again, here's the bright reds. The green is toned down a little bit more, but it's still a bright green. So that's just another example. Okay. So I will get the next set ready and I'll be right back for you. Okay, the next set that I have to share, I'm calling it the Bright Cheery Holiday Color Palette Beige. A little alliteration there. You know where I get these? I've done a lot of like aqua and pink this holiday season on my pages. And I think I get that from wrapping paper that I buy that is just very colorful, and it's got like the pinks or the pinky reds and then the bluish greens on it, things like that. So I was really inspired and colored a couple of pages for sure using this kind of a palette. So again, you'll see I have the Prismacolors, Polychromos, and Black Widows. Let me share a couple of pages with you guys. Again, this is, by the way, from my book Holiday Cheer, but I know it's a mandala, so I'm sorry. But this was a really super fun page. So you can see here I used the pinks, the reds, the aqua greens, and then the turquoise here on this page. And it really made it so festive and cheerful and bright. I thought that was a lot of fun. And then I have one more page in here. Let me see if I can find it. With a similar palette. Yeah, here. I call it the KitchenAid page with my little mixers on here. But again, these aren't the exact combos, but I'm pulling from the aqua greens, the more turquoisey aqua colors, pinks, reds. This has gingerbread brown colors in it, things like that. So you can see how kind of deviating from traditional colors to brighter colors on a on a Christmas page, sorry, it really works and it's a lot of fun. So I think if you enjoy, that's a palette that I've had a lot of fun with for sure. Lastly, I've got the muted color palette coming up. So let me get that ready and I'll be right back. All right, so here we go. Here are the muted holiday colors that I selected. And I love pulling from like the henna and mahogany red down into the black raspberry on the Prismacolor side. Also the more muted greens, starting with the sap green light all the way down to Prussian green, etc. So you can see, and this is more of a traditional gold going from like a jasmine, except it doesn't have the bright lemony yellow that a normal gold color combo might have. It's a little more toned down, but you can see it gets into sort of a rich brown at the bottom. Now this page, I will tell you, I had to call an audible because a lot of these colors in the Prismacolor set did not convert at all to Polychromos and Black Widows. So what I ended up doing was just kind of creating something from the palette that I had, or my swatch pages, I should say, to come up with something a little similar. They're not dead on, but they're close enough that I think you would still enjoy them. And these are not meant to be exact. You can always just use these as inspiration. I would have also added up here maybe like a very cool brown or some French grays or something like that to this set, but I just tried to keep it to only 4 sets of colors to keep it simple. Excuse me. So one thing I wanted to show you, this page, this is from Johanna's Christmas book. Let me find there for reference, her Christmas book here. This has a lot going on, so I apologize, but you can see here, if I zoom in, this flower, let me see if I can brighten that a little bit. This poinsettia and these greens are the greens, and also like the greens here and the reds here. These muted colors are the colors that are, whoops, you can't see that. There you go, are these colors right here. And then as far as like the rosy beige, clay rose, I try to think of something like, maybe like if I were to look at an old Norman Rockwell Christmas picture or something that looked more vintage, or maybe something like from the Victorian era, what would those colors in that painting look like, or that era? Well, you don't know what I'm saying. You do know what I'm saying. Okay, so I can't English today. That's a common theme in a lot of my videos, so I'm sorry and thank you for putting up with me. But anyway, so just kind of toned down colors. So you could have also taken like a very toned down set of blues, even maybe like a pinkier than this, somewhere in between here, but it's sort of like it starts out here with like a rosy beige, but something sort of like a dusty rose kind of color, things like that. So I wanted to share that with you. So there's the 3 sets. The last thing I want to do is color a quick couple of petals in this book to show you how I'm getting a blend like this. So I will get the page ready and I'll be right back. And I'm back. What I'm going to do is take this red combo here. So if you saw my video last week, then you've already seen me color this blend before. If you haven't, and this is your first time joining, I'm going to show you how I blend these colors. So we'll just take one of these. This is again from the Johanna Christmas book. So I'll just take one of these poinsettia petals right here and we'll get going. So the first thing that we're going to do is grab our Scarlet Lake. Oops, that's kind of, there we go, Scarlet Lake. And I'm going to color this petal right here. So the way I like to color, I traditionally go light to dark. Some people go dark to light. I want you to go whichever way makes sense to you and feels right. That's the way to do it. So I'm just going to put a light layer of color down here. And then this is the, oops, I don't know why I do that. Sometimes it works. Crimson red. And this is, of course, all of these things that you've seen are on nice quality paper. So this Johanna book, quality paper. The coloring pages that you saw from my book, the little mandala pages, that was Amazon paper. So you could see that those colors were still very bright, vibrant. Here we go. Sorry, hang on. I'm switching colors. Crimson Lake. And I've got a video on how to color on Amazon paper if you haven't seen that yet. But you can get the same vibrant colors most of the time on Amazon paper, just depending on what pencils you're using, your techniques, things like that. And the last one, Tuscan red. This is I've decided my favorite red now in the box of Prismas. And I say box of Prismas, but I chunked that box a long time ago. Do you guys keep the original box or tins? And I'm curious how you store your pencils. I have these little, you've probably seen them on Amazon or at other arts and crafts stores, the little zipper pouches with the pencil cases. That's what I use, but it was hard for me to throw away the Polychromos tin and to throw away the Prismacolor box because I feel like I just need to hang on to that. Maybe I can put something else in there. What? I have no idea, but you never know. Okay, let's see. Crimson red. So I went light to dark, and now I start going darker. I usually do this in 2 layers, sometimes 3. So then once I put the lightest layer of the dark color, if that makes sense, down here, then I'll go back in over it and make it darker. And then I blend this color, the lighter color, over into the darker color. So you'll see that up here. So then I did the Crimson Lake here. So now I'm going to take my Crimson Red, which starts kind of up here. And I'm going to carry that Crimson Red down over and blend it into the Crimson Lake right below it. And there's so many ways you could blend this. I could actually, if I wanted to, take odorless mineral spirits and blend all this together at the end if I wanted to, but I'm not feeling that right now. I do have a video on that too. Sorry, I don't mean to keep saying, hey, I've got all these videos, but there's just different things out there. See if you like some of them. Okay, so then this is the last one, Scarlet Lake. That's what we started with. And sometimes I'll take the Scarlet Lake and use that to try to get any like remaining white space out. So taking that lightest color over everything. But that's my technique and how I like to do it. So there you go. So there's one petal. And then I would just continue around and do the same thing. And then maybe once that petal's done, I would add some shadows or things like that behind here. But I just wanted to show you quickly how you can get this blend over here with those pencils. And again, it's just by making sure you overlap your layers and you really take the time you need to blend those colors together. So you don't have like, if I have 4 colors, I would have 3 distinct lines and it would be sort of blocky. So you want to avoid that. So there you go. And I think that's all I have for today. So I really intentionally wanted to make today's video super quick for you guys since last week's video went very long. I'm so sorry. It was not my intention for it to be almost an hour. But if you enjoyed it, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So that's it for today. I hope everybody's having a great holiday season, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.